Martinsville Speedway, also known as the Paperclip. This racetrack is known for some high tempers and high action. What a better way to showcase that than in the first race of the Eliminator Round in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Last week's race at Talladega, Dale Earnhardt Jr., with his dominant season, continues his amazing performances at super speedways with 3 straight wins at Talladega. 8 drivers remain, those being Dale Earnhardt Jr., Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, and Martin Truex Jr. Let's get down there on the front stretch for your starting lineup for today's event. Denny Hamlin got eliminated last week at Talladega and then comes into today with a great qualifying lap, winning the pole. You have there the 22 of Joey Logano, one of the best drivers so far this season, but he has Dale Earnhardt Jr. right in front of him full season. Still a really good season for him. Let's see how today plays out for him.
There on row number 2, you have last week's winner, Dale Earnhardt Jr., trying to go for another win, trying to make it 2 in a row, trying to continue his championship hopes. And then to his outside, you have AJ Allmendinger in the 47 car.
And then in row number 3, we have Chase driver Kevin Harvick enters this race tied with everybody else, needs a good run today. And alongside him, his boss, Tony Stewart, looking for a strong run here towards the end of the season to maybe get some momentum rolling for next season.
In row number 4, we have 2 Chase drivers, and both of them are old veterans. On the inside, starting in 7th, we have Jeff Gordon looking for his 100th win, and right next to him, another old vet looking to make a deep run into the chase. We have the 41 of Kurt Busch.
Kind of a quiet season for Kyle Busch, despite the fact he's won a ton of races. Probably one of his best seasons ever in this series. He could probably make a run in the championship if he's lucky enough. And as outside, a driver who's also had a really quiet season but has not won a race, Eric Almirola, they're in 10th. Now, let's get ready for today's starting command here at Martinsville.
Say it with me. Drivers, start your...
Fired up. I guess I do.
Denny Hamlin, what a heartbreaking exit there at Talladega to get eliminated. Anything you 3 want to talk about before we get going?
No, it is Martinsville, so expect a lot of beating and banging here at this track, a lot of bump and runs, and maybe some tempers thrown in there too.
Right, folks, heading into the start zone, green flag displayed. Now we're racing at the Paperclip.
Boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. Making a move for 2nd place underneath Logano. In these early laps, it's always a big fight to see who can get to the bottom, as we see Matt Kenseth fighting 3 wide back there with looks like Martin Truex Jr. and Brad Keselowski, 2 chasers who have a lot of ground to make up here in a short amount of time.
Yeah, they started on the outside. It's not good here at Martinsville, as all of us know. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Joey Logano still side by side for 2nd. Denny Hamlin is gone. AJ hits the wall.
Oh, AJ in the fence. He almost got tail slapped by Carl Edwards there. He makes a pass, keeps it going though, but he is bleeding position actively on the racetrack, just losing spot after spot. I think that might have brought some damage. He's going to finally slide down in front of Jamie McMurray here and get to that bottom lane. That just proves to you how important it is to get down to that bottom lane. I mean, Denny Hamlin, if you look, he had no challenge from the car on his outside, and he is just driven away from the pack. Meanwhile, these guys are side by side still. Logano keeps getting the run off the corners, stays with him, but it looks like Junior might be able to clear him this time, and he will. So Junior takes the 2nd spot, and now he has the chance to chase after Hamlin, as long as there's no shenanigans from Joey Logano.
A couple of our 3 Joe Gibbs Toyotas here. Matt Kenseth and Carl Edwards saw unfortunate exits after Talladega as well. Just poor runs in the round of 12, a lot of problems for those teams. And it seemed like Joe Gibbs could maybe have all 4 of its cars in the Final Four. Kyle Busch the only one of those Joe Gibbs Toyotas still going, and ironically, he is last out of those drivers, so we'll see if he's able to make his way past his teammates here soon.
You gotta think that these drivers are thinking to themselves right now what they could have been in if they would have made it to this next round. It's always a good situation of what if whenever it's a elimination race and you're on to the next race and you do good, but just the amount of talent that is on these teams and the amount of talent these drivers have, it just shows how determined they are that even when the cards aren't exactly in their favor, they can still go out and try and produce good results and good finishes and good starting positions. As we see, Junior hasn't had the same luck that Hamlin has had from breaking away from these cars. Hamlin, like I said, drove away kind of, and Junior's not really gaining much ground on him, and he's not really taking much ground away from Logano there, and Harvick behind him.
Hey, one thing I'd like to mention. So, Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, outside the top 20 as Truex just got bumpered by Clint Boyer there.
Yeah, these two have a lot of ground to make up, but we've seen these two drivers be two of the fastest these last several weeks, Brad Keselowski in particular. It's a bit strange to see them this far off, and I know it seems like we got a long ways to go with about 116 laps left, but at Martinsville, those laps will clip by very quickly, and you never want to get buried that far in traffic because, of course, you know, the leader's going to be coming up on you pretty quickly to put you a lap down, and it gets very difficult to move through traffic faster than the race leader when you just don't quite have his pace.
That's anything you hear over the radio of what's going on with the 78 and the 2?
Nothing right now, but I did hear over the radios a bunch of race chatter over the contact that happened within the first 5 laps. It has died down, though, over time. 78, almost hit the back of the 15 there.
Might have gotten paid.
But overall, everyone's just trying to keep their composure. This track definitely tests out tempers, so we'll see if they can flare up later in this race.
Look at AJ. AJ's kind of settled in there now. He's finally got the wheels back underneath that thing. I think he just probably got a little too hot in that one corner early on in this race, and unfortunately, he lost a lot of spots from it as he's going to lose. Whoa, Jamie McMurray looks low, and he's going to have to give him this spot too because Jamie's got the faster car. He's kind of holding up them lanes. But it sucks for AJ because he had such a fast car coming into this thing. And, and he's on the high side. Kane's looking underneath him. He's not going to get there, though.
Kane let him in.
Yeah.
Newman!
AJ gets close to him. Yeah. Newman there behind Kurt Busch. He's going to go ahead and get underneath him. Johnson's going to look underneath Kurt this time too, if he can follow Newman through that spot. As we see Casey Kane, just what I said with AJ. His car, unfortunately, I think got a little bit damaged there and just isn't where it needs to be right now, which sucks for such a good qualifying position. Yeah, Hamlin has reached the lap cars, so keep an eye out on that because Junior, like I said, Junior wasn't closing very quickly and he wasn't gaining much ground, but with these lap cars, that could be pretty good for Junior as you see Hamlin there. He kind of roughs Bowman out of the way to get back around him. And
as he gives the bumper to the back of 32 and just spins it
out. Turn him around.
Caution.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's a good race for some of those guys in the back, but the only thing I could think of is maybe just the 11 wheel hop that looked like that to me at least. He just completely missed the braking zone. Yeah, something had to have happened there on that 11 car because that was completely out of character for Denny. I mean, it's this early in the race. We're only 18 laps in right now. There's no reason to be. I mean, I understand getting frustrated behind a lap car, but he had just kind of shuffled Bowman out of the way. I have to think the brakes maybe were overheating or something.
I know.
That's not a good sign if the brakes are going away already. Pit stops in the race.
All right, on board with Hamlin here. You're going to see him just get into the corner too deep, and it's almost like he was stuck to the bumper of the 32. I mean, I know that's not possible, but it's exactly what it looks like. I think he just, something on that car had to have messed up. I don't know if maybe foot slipped. I don't know. It's just weird, and completely caved in the back end of the 32 to get backed up into the fence like that.
The only thing I could think of is that the 11 wheel hopped really bad, and when he got into the back of the 32, it just kind of lifted 32's tires off the ground and prevented him from really going through the corners, so he kept trying to slow down more, and Hamlin wasn't able to slow down more than the 32, and that just kind of turned him around.
On the rear bumper, that was, no reason for that to be intentional, so I'm going to agree with you on that. Like, definitely no reason for Hamlin to do that.
It seemed like the 11 was a little bit off-center going into the corner. You could see the car kind of moving around a bit more than usual. So I'd imagine he just wheel hopped really bad getting into the corner.
I'm Jeff Gordon, and I use Lyrax every time I get in the race car because I hate the man who has to clean my seat out after every race. All right, and we're back to Martinsville.
Started the people who brought you
here. We've got the 9 car and who is outside the 11.
Lap cars on the inside, by the way, and we have a whole train of lap cars because pit road, green flag. Yep, these are all lap cars on the inside.
This is going to go well.
No, it's going to be
Denny
really
Hamlin
bad.
gets off clear again. Watch this 11 car. He's going to probably drive away here. Junior's stuck on the outside. Oh, look, Gordon trying to take it 3 wide on the inside of Logano there. He doesn't get there, thankfully, but then,
there's a
these types of double foul restarts with the lap cars on the inside lane is a real benefactor to the race leader because everybody behind him really has to struggle getting stuck up on that outside lane trying to get around people. As you see, the 9 Sam Warnes Jr. is not particularly slow compared to Dale Jr. there. So these guys are going to have a bit of a tough time navigating all this traffic.
Yeah, especially since Horner says he has to make sure all guys just pitted there, but he has to make sure he's the first car lap down so he can get the free pass.
As you say that, look at the car who's catching up to him because of the fact they're side by side. Greg Biffle, he's no slowpoke either. He's gonna, if he can get the chance, he's gonna get around these
he checked up
and this 88.
He went in the middle of 3 and 4. That's not a good move. I think Logano's gonna dive to the inside. Never mind, he's gonna back off. Logano right behind him.
If Logano's thinking here, he doesn't want to get involved with these lap cars this early. I mean, like I said with Hamlin earlier, there's no reason that these guys would be wrecking each other and shooting each other all over the track this early on in the race. We still got 100 laps to go.
That's not good.
Right next to Kurt Busch, too.
Championship contender, might I add. That's crazy.
The 2 and the 78.
Look at these 2 back here. Yeah.
21st and 20th.
I know they're not a lap down. They're technically ahead of a bunch of this lap traffic. These 2 really need a caution that'll not have a bunch of lap cars on the inside to really cycle them through, because otherwise, not only are they going to be restarting in the back, they're going to be restarting on the outside in the back.
Sorry to cut you off, Penn, but there's a pass for third going on right now. Jeff Gordon looking around the 22. He is going to clear him. That was a very efficient pass there, it looks like. He's going to try and get to Greg Biffle.
Logano in the back of Jeff Gordon.
Oh, he's in the fence.
Harvick's going to have both of them.
Gordon bounces off the exit. That had to have been some tempers flaring there. Something had to have happened there that might have
we
caused
must have missed something between those 2 when Gordon was getting around him for that kind of retaliation to happen.
Maybe a spot him as Jeff. I don't know. Dude, that was ridiculous. As the 14, how did he lose that many spots? I thought he was in 7th. McMurray in 6th. Bunch of underdogs up here, though. That's sure. Let's go up through the field here, get to that 11 cars. Then 9 actually got around the 88 with no issue, but Sam Warner's actually thinking about probably letting the 88 go if he gets to his inside. Denny Hamlin's led every single lap so far.
Denny Hamlin's about a straightaway away almost. A little less than that, maybe half a straightaway. But I gotta think Jeff Gordon now. He's looking to the outside of the 43. Obviously, 43 lap car. The real battle for position is between him and the 22, and he's still ahead of Joey Logano. Even though he kind of tail slapped the wall there, Logano's taking the middle here, trying to follow Gordon's line. I just don't see that working out. I think Logano has to try and take the bottom if he's going to try and make up any ground, which he does this corner. And might I add, the 24 is just struggling to get off the corner. I'm wondering if maybe that contact and that wall hit didn't give problems to the 24 in some way, shape, or form.
Anybody you like talk about Pemmy Death Bomb?
Well, Kyle Busch is slowly starting to make his way forward, running in 7th. He's now ahead of his Joe Gibbs teammates. But somebody I really want to mention is sitting just outside the top 5, Jamie McMurray in the 1 cars on the lead lap. We know he always does well here at Martinsville, one of his best tracks. Didn't make the chase, but a win today mean
Very
a lot
special.
for that team.
Deathbomb, what about you?
More bumping and banging I've been seeing. A lot of chatter over the radio. The 24
Ooh.
had some words for
What do you
22
say?
car.
Oh, what a move by the 24. I think 43 is going to send us inside.
Finally
though.
powers around
Nah,
him.
he
That's
said it
going to
in.
be good. Oh, no.
43 is
43 is going to bomb it in here.
He's losing.
This is just hurting these guys as far as the drivers that are on the lead lap. I mean, look at the cars starting to stack up behind them. Logano still isn't able to get to them either, but he's just on the door, and if these guys have any type of contact, you can expect Logano to swoop in. As we see the 24 still barely getting clear, but not enough to comfortably move down in front of the 43. That 43 is just hurting these guys
Oh my God.
as far as them catching the leaders.
Denny Hamlin is literally a straightaway ahead of the 88.
Anyways, like I
Hamlin.
was saying about the 24
Wait, the
car,
nine's pitting.
That's going to help Junior. That's really going to help Junior if he wants to even think about catching up to Hamlin, as Hamlin is starting to enter lap traffic. Harvick behind Junior now after that little incident between the 24 and the 22. Could Harvick kind of come out of nowhere and win this one? I know he's not always been the strongest at these tracks like this, as we see the 24 starting to get past the 22. Could Harvick maybe even win this race today?
Certainly a possibility.
Okay, Gordon's not going to retaliate against that. His spotter said, big picture here, so he's just going to ride behind him. That was really dumb by Logano, though, as the 33 just pounds the wall on his outside. Junior went from 4 seconds back. Let's see how far back he is now, if it ever updates. He gained a second in 2 laps.
Junior has a pretty fast hot rod today. There's no surprise why he's still in second place.
And you
Why
can see
everyone
how
else is
much he's
struggling.
gapped Kevin Harvick. It's not even just a matter of Denny Hamlin and lap traffic. The 88 is moving.
Look at those revs,
I'd have to
dude.
think that he probably was maybe even saving some stuff there while he was running along them lap cars, because he just knew he didn't have to push it that much with this lap traffic here. As I say that, he's getting to lap traffic himself, so he's going to have to be pretty smart here, as there's a bunch of cars in front of him and Hamlin.
32.
Hamlin looks to the inside of the 32. We know what happened last time they went through this corner. This time they make it through it cleanly. That's a good thing. That's
Kyle
what we
Fowler
like to
said
see.
Hamlin told his spotter to go apologize, so 88 I think he's going to give the bumper to the back of 33 and actually hurt him.
That's really bad for
I don't know
Junior,
how that
as
hurt him.
Harvick just gained all them spots back, by the way. Like, all that time that
88's getting
Junior
pissed.
had gained. Yeah, this is going to be this is going to really hurt Junior. And off the heels of a Talladega win, to come to a track like Martinsville and have the car to run up front like this, you have to think Junior's thinking 2-time win here.
Oh, McMurray went from 6
A little bit
to
of trouble.
10.
He's slowing a little bit.
He went
Must
from
have had
6
some problems. We might have to look back and see if maybe he didn't get into the wall or something, because he's just running off.
damage.
Someone who's moving up here is the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. Was outside the top 10. Now he sits 9th place, kind of knocking on the back door of Matt Kenseth there. Well, let's take a look and see where Brad Keselowski and Martin Truex are in comparison to Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's not exactly slicing and dicing his way. Well, there's Keselowski up to the back of Kurt Busch. So Truex is still quite a ways behind him.
Yeah,
Let's
3
check out where
cars.
Denny Hamlin is in comparison, because I don't think he's all that far back.
Oh.
Yeah, he
straightaway.
I think actually might be closer to Truex than Dale Jr. is to Hamlin.
He's about a straightaway, a little less than a straightaway in between these two.
Harvick is
As I say
second.
that, Harvick has gotten to second. Junior's stuck on the outside again now, this time with Greg Biffle to his inside. This has to be not very good for Junior's car, for his tires. He is burning this stuff up trying to get around these lap cars. Harvick must have made an insane move, because he's passed all these lap cars and made it past Junior.
62 just tried blocking the 88. 88 wasn't having that. The 24 is closing in now. Little by little every lap.
That 22 has stayed right on the back bumper of the 24 as the 24 got back around the 22, but still just dogfight between those two as we see Johnson going for the pass here on the 18. This was someone who was moving up slowly. Now we're losing another driver from the top 10, it seems like. The 18 is falling back, and he's stuck on that outside lane behind the 40 car. He cannot get down. He's stuck now to the outside of Stewart. Can he get down here? Ooh,
He just tried blocking him.
Good lord.
Stewart dives it in, and now McMurray's going to have a chance at the spot too.
Oh, he's gonna take
Not
it.
good for Kyle Busch for the first race of the round. This is how you get put in.
We've been green for quite a while here. Do you think we're actually wait, no. We're not going caution free here in Martinsville. That's like literally impossible.
Yeah, I was going to
So
say.
yeah, we've still got a long ways to go. We're not even quite halfway in this one. Joe and Logano going to get around the 33. They both got around the 43, so starting to move past this lap traffic as Kevin Harvick has some clean air between him and Denny Hamlin. A couple lappers there, but this should allow him to slowly start closing in on the number 11.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted to point this out. Hamlin has been kind of... he hasn't been moving through the lap traffic like he was. He's been kind of stuck behind this 38 for a few laps now, and 38's got damage on the side of his car. Again, this is something that hurts these cars, hurts these tires, just to be in traffic like this at a small racetrack. You don't get the exit you want. You don't get to run all the room of the track. That's hard for these cars at these kinds of tracks, as we see Harvick ever so slightly closing in. As Hamlin, again, just he's kind of sandwiched right now, and he can't really... he's making some ground. He's going to pass another car here, it looks like, but still a long ways to go in this race.
Oh, he just tried to turn the 62. He literally...
Logano's just kind of beating his banging way through this as he's made his way back around the 24 again. This has just been, like I said, a dogfight for the ages between those two.
Oh, Kevin Harvick, a huge dent in the 32 again.
32.
Not good for Harvick.
What is 32 doing?
A big dent to the front of the 4 car and the rear end.
Oh, the
Ken did
28
that
counted with the 46.
Ken did that before the 32. That's why he did that. I know it. Another caution.
We got him picking up off of here.
Pit stops. Hamlin once again a huge pit stop. Wait, is he? He wasn't ahead of the pace car last time, right?
He did not need that yellow.
Actually,
Yeah, he went down for it last time.
Yeah, no, you don't get a penalty for passing the pace car. I forgot. It's
No.
Oh, 32's out. All right, let's see what happened to 32 here.
The 4 car looks like he already has foot damages. He's running in the back. Wow. What a weird crash.
So, Harvick was outside. Yeah, 32 checked him. I wonder why he didn't get off.
What the hell?
Why didn't he get off?
I think the 30. Well, I think it's the problem is the same thing that happened to the 11. It's just like they got almost like they got hooked together. And I mean, we say, oh, Harvick could have slowed down more, but I mean, the 32 was already going slower than he was, so there was really nothing Harvick could do. I mean, other than lock it up and risk, just slamming into the wall, into the fence.
Yeah.
But pretty big hit either way. No, Junior's the leader now. What happened? Hamlin might have had a speeding penalty.
Yeah, Hamlin just stopped on the front stretch.
Hamlin. I think Hamlin had a penalty.
Hamlin just
Let's see where he lines up. Let's go to the back of the lead lap. Yeah.
He had
Hamlin
a speeding penalty. He passed the pace car. I guess that's what it was.
The most dominant car. We have a huge check.
No.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna go green.
This whole race has now changed.
We have not had a speeding penalty since Kyle Busch at the Coke 600.
That's crazy. We have Junior on the front row. Can Junior run away with this thing like Hamlin has so far? Green flag in the air. Here they are off of 4. Junior gets the lead. He gets the jump. Logano in tow. These lap cars on the inside are going to have to try and fight for it if they want to keep their lap. As you see, Logano might be able to clear the 51 here if he gets a good enough run. A big run for Logano. This is going to help his chance compared to how Junior was last restart with the 11 car. 3 wide behind him. A couple of lap cars and Stewart on the outside. This can't be good for Stewart. He's going to keep it okay. He's going to keep it moving in the right direction.
And keep in mind, a bunch of these guys now 3 wide. This is very dangerous here in Martinsville, as Danica almost ran into the door of the 34, or maybe the 22 of Logano. He has a reign of terror so far in this race. What if he decides to steal it
the
here
top
in Martinsville?
3 pretty much breaking away from the field as 4th place Kevin Harvick. Here comes Matt Kenseth looking for 5th. 3 wide.
Yeah. Harvick, it looks like they got that car repaired pretty well. It must have just been some body damage because he's still able to keep up there as he's got Carl Edwards looking behind him.
McMurray!
Yep, and
my
gosh.
gosh.
Be half the field. Oh,
That's the stack up. Hamlin, he went through that
around.
He saved it. Oh,
with problems.
What the fuck?
Wow.
55.
Let's watch to make sure the leaders don't come racing through here without any caution. Nope, they're slowed down.
We're
Good.
Logano pitting? Logano's
Just as
pitting.
we got to halfway, too.
Wow. All right. We had the big one here in Martinsville. We'll be right back. McMurray right in front of Almirola. Oh, he just turned him. Okay. He just turns him. Then the 43 comes back across the field, just slams on the brakes.
Almirola is just kind of being a menace. I mean, I don't mean to throw this out there, but the guy has been he's been racing aggressively with the leaders, and last time he almost got in a crash, and this time he did.
Hey, look at that. Kyle Busch, Casey Kane, Brad Keselowski with damage.
Weird.
Wait, how many people pitted? Because
a lot of people pitted.
Wow. A lot. Wait, oh, wait, no, these are guys that got involved in the wreck. My bad.
Yeah.
I was about to say, well, how did Case Mears get damaged? Oh, wait. All right, well, look at this top
car of the day. Dominant car of the day is going to be in the back. Dale Jr. has the opportunity to jump the field for the first time. And is that a wild Brad Keselowski in the top 10?
Yep. He stayed out. Paul Menard on up stayed out, I think. Well, no. Denny Hamlin.
Oh, here we go. Green flag. About 61 laps to go from Martinsville.
All right, we'll see what happens this time. Oh, God.
With a lot closer margin there, but he's still going to clear him. As now Jeff Gordon has to try and power around the outside of these lap cars. Logano did it last time, but this time, not as much luck for the 24.
Tony Stewart,
there
3 wide at the top.
I think Gordon might clear him down into 1, or at least it's going to be close.
He's going to get him off of 2.
Not quite.
100%.
This is going to be interesting. It's been since the first run of the race where we've seen the second place have the opportunity to try to run down the leaders. Keselowski almost hit the wall back there.
This is still 3 wide. I don't feel comfortable on this. 3 wide here. Jimmie Johnson going to poke his nose in the middle. Clint Boyer and a bunch of people pitted again. 16 as well. Maybe there's some tire issues going on as well. What in the world?
Gotta imagine it's loose wheels. We're seeing practice. Gee!
Hit! Hard hit!
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is going to be a wreck in the back. They were still
McMurray
green somehow.
And Dylan.
Wait, how are we still green?
Yeah, what?
NASCAR has decided not to wave the flag. Let's check these leaders' location. They're already in 3 and 4. In 2.
Tough break for Jamie McMurray.
Caution. Okay, that was delayed. Caution.
Wow.
That was delayed.
That's very odd. I don't know why it was delayed
dumb.
like that.
26 is going to remain in the lead lap, I think.
Someone should have taken the Cheese Whiz can away from the officials there. They definitely were late on that caution call, as I'm sure Junior probably had to get hard on the brakes, as the 23 is going to hit the pace car now.
Junior's not.
Junior's still staying out. Junior has got something in that car that he cannot have changed, because he has stayed out under all these cautions. All these guys have pitted at least once now. You have to think there's either some kind of strategy that him and Ives are under, that they want to win, and they're staying out front.
Let's look
I think they're seeing all these cautions and how the guys aren't really able to push their tires. Did I just see the 23 phase into the back of the 47?
I guess so.
Yeah, what in the world was that?
Let's look and see a closer analysis of what happened to him. Okay, so Mears, AJ. Oh, I think I know what happened. Yeah, that was all AJ. He just gassed it up in there. McMurray. I mean, that wasn't that bad of a. Actually, I don't think there's that much damage on the 1, but the 26 clearly wants that caution, although he should have had it to begin with. Right in front of Dale Jr.
The 88 was. Yeah, the 88 had to take evasive action. Actually, right as the 88 was getting there, they threw the caution. That could have been disastrous for our lead lap cars with that hazard out on the track. It's a good thing the officials finally woke up from their nap long enough to wave that yellow flag.
All right, we'll be right back here at Martinsville. Look at this top.
We're already going
God.
crazy.
Truex to second.
Truex to second.
Remember
what happened on pit road? Maybe Gordon? They stayed. Oh, these are the guys that pit last time.
Apparently, more people pitted with Gordon as well. Keselowski, some other guys, I guess there's some fuel issues as well, but Gordon on up stayed out. McMurray only got damaged. Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick, Matt Kenseth, Logano, Truex, and Earnhardt Jr. This is probably the last caution Gina can stay out on if we get another caution. Green flag. Oh my, what a restart.
What a restart for Junior. Watch Truex now. Truex is on fresher tires than Junior. He could easily power around both this lap car a little bit, but we've seen how that hasn't really affected anyone. Even 32 was on pace earlier when he got in that first wreck.
This is like a
3 wide
here. Oh, Gordon. Gordon is not in a good spot right now with these guys around
Gordon
him.
and Stewart. This is for position, by the way. These guys are 3 wide for position, except for that car on the inside. Stewart gets to the bottom lane into the inside of his fellow driver, the 41, Kurt Busch.
Oh,
could be. We got a 6. Jimmie Johnson's in it. In the back there.
Caution.
Caution's back out.
Truex gets around the 15.
And the 78 was just getting past the lap car of Boyer. That has to suck for Truex. He was going to try and catch up to that 88.
Jimmie Johnson and Alex Bowman. Let's get an analysis of that.
Tampons flaring here at the Martinsville.
Oh, Johnson.
Oh, Johnson. Oh. Johnson must have had a failure of some kind there because he just kind of turned into the
left. I mean,
yeah, that was really weird. Must have been just like steering offset or something. Watching the in-car driver cam here, goes into turn 1. Oh, I don't know if he just misjudged it or there's a lot of misjudgment in this race so far. But yeah, a hard hit for the 48. Big scrape on the right side of that car. The 7 car actually surprisingly not too much damage, but yeah, for a little team like that, that's going to hurt, obviously. But Johnson, not quite sure.
Mad. Bowman
gives him a little tap there as the field stacks up there for the caution. Junior's trying to get away. He's trying to get to the inside of the 47, but these cars can't go nowhere. So we've got another stack up.
He pitted with Truex. Oh,
Junior finally pits. This could be big or not, because if you think about it, this whole time, all these cautions have allowed these other drivers to get right back up to the lead, and Junior now at the mercy of the cautions. Will he be able to get back to the front? He has had a fast race car, but will it be enough? Will the gods of racing go in his favor today?
All right, we'll be right back here in Martinsville. Oh, we have a lot of lap cars. Dude, how many cars do we have in the lead lap?
None.
Wow, 21. We have 38 cars left. Kyle Larson, David Reagan, Eric Umroll, and Kyle Fowler out of the race. Look at his top 2, Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano at Martinsville.
That's crazy.
Do you think it's going to happen again?
I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm sure Kevin Harvick wants it to happen again. I'm sure Kevin Harvick wants it to happen because he could easily steal this win. Remember what I said earlier. Not always a great race for Harvick, but as we go back to the green flag here, Logano gets a good jump, so does the 20 car. He's going to probably be able to clear if he gets a good enough run off this corner, which not looking like it as he's losing ground.
He pinched Danica Patrick. That was a little weird to say there.
Sam Hornish to the inside of the 4. He's trying to hold with him. This 9 car has been resilient on these restarts, by the way, as he's going to probably almost clear the 4 car here, trying to keep that free pass position.
But
Hornish has just been a menace on these restarts.
Kenseth is trying to get around her, but honestly, if I were Kenseth, I'd probably just back off and punt her out of the way. Caution. Okay, I freaking... Oh, Kurt.
Oh, problem. Kurt Busch, one of our case
contenders. Keselowski's back here. Oh, this is bad. We'll be right back here at Martinsville. Johnson just fired it in.
Helicopter cam here.
They just got locked.
26 washes up the track, and they just run out of room. 26 just keeps squeezing the 2, and finally, hopefully that didn't give too much damage to the 2 car. Obviously, the 26 with lots of damage. Now let's see what happened to Truex, because Truex was a little ways up ahead here, and he was also having some trouble.
Where's Truex? Wait. Where's Truex?
Right there.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Truex. Kurt Busch. I'm sorry.
I think Kurt Busch was just back there because he pitted and he avoided it, but he has damage too.
Got a bit of a hood flare. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Do we have tempers again?
Oh, wow. More tempers flaring. It is Martinsville, so this can happen, but...
I think Paul will. Oh, he is.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
He just
And that caved in
okay.
front of the 2 car. Oh my goodness.
He just
How-
pounded him.
If you are Brad Keselowski in this situation, how can you not think big picture? I mean, you're already in the hole as it is, and that just, I mean, that could have race-ending implications for the 2 car
Radiator,
if he's
yeah.
not careful.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
so like, I mean, I know that the temps don't get too high on a track like this because they're
Kyle
not,
Busch
you
pitted
know,
again.
exactly in a low
Tony
or
Stewart.
high gear
Wait, did
running.
anyone else? No, Tony Stewart was
Nope,
highest.
doesn't look like that.
All right, well, Temper's playing here in Martinsville. We'll be right back. Back here in Martinsville, 40 to go when we cross the line. The top 2 has not changed at all. Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart went down pit road, so they are way in the back. That might have been the right move, though, because we really do have 40 laps to go. Heading into the restart zone, because Logano with a huge jump, and Kenseth following suit.
So Kenseth in the 20 car. Let's see if he can catch up to the 22. Logano already completely clearing the lap cars. The 20 also getting by him. And the 4 Harvick not yet clear. He's going to be slowed down just a little bit because he's in that middle lane. 9 still to his inside. Can he clear him into turn 1? I'm not sure. Everyone else behind the top 2 is just being held up by these lap cars. Right now, it's a race between Logano and Kenseth. Logano about half a second ahead of Kenseth. Let's see how much he gains on him on this lap, which is
Back there.
No, Kenseth gains on him. He gains on him by almost a tenth.
This is the battle that I was pointing out here. The 24 is getting passed by the 11. These are both cars that at the top end of this race were decent on speed. As we see Junior now, he's had a fast car all day. We know that. Trying to get back around some of these cars to maybe take the opportunity of another caution and work his way forward.
Well,
Yeah, and
okay.
you can see Dale Jr. here is just on the verge of getting back in the top 5, so he waited so long to pit. He's still in a pretty good spot, but look at that. Denny Hamlin back to the front here, trying to hold on to 5th place over Jeff Gordon. And then someone else I'd like to mention, Carl Edwards, is running in 4th place. He's hung around all day. Martinsville is usually not a track that's particularly kind to him, but he's having a really good run today. See where he's able to finish.
Gordon also
Gordon
having a
forced the issue
really good
there.
performance.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, 1 car on the wall.
Priest.
Somehow
They
does
keep
not
it green.
collect the field.
Priest.
This is going to hurt the outside lane here, though. As we see cars starting to get to the inside, lead lap cars starting to move their way inside. I just want to point out that was a heck of a move by the 24 there. Takes it from the top lane all the way to the inside of the lap car that was near him, and Denny Hamlin was able to make the pass on Hamlin as Hamlin wants it back now. Hamlin goes deep.
Oh,
Hamlin wasn't
Take
a
a
big
look. I
fan
think
of
there's
that
a
move. I
battle
guess.
for the race lead.
okay.
Corners down pit road.
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
3-car
3 cars
breakaway.
under a blanket.
We're closing in on 30 laps to go here from Martinsville as there goes Kevin Harvick looking for second place on Matt Kenseth.
What did I tell you? He's looking to steal one here. There's a reason they call him the closer. He's been lurking in the background, and he's just been riding around, biding his time. Even gotten a crash because of it, but he has kept the speed, and he's knocking on second, looking to try and get to the lead with this. As we see Junior starting to close into the back of the 24.
Okay, let's try to get to the outside of the 4, but the 4 is going to block him here. Get back there with the 88, as Powell mentioned. 19 Carl Edwards still holding on to 4th place here. Soon to be 30 to go. We'll be getting another caution.
Denny Hamlin. I just want to mention Denny Hamlin has lost 2 spots there. Hamlin must have
Hamlin's
had
starting to
something
fall
bad happen.
back just a bit, fading a little. This time by, we'll have 30 laps to go here in the first race of the round of 8. A win here for any Chase driver would mean an automatic spot in the championship 4. Let's go through the field with our championship contenders, starting with Joey Logano out front right now. Like I said earlier, a win would put him into the championship 4. He has had a lot of success in the chase, winning Chicagoland, been running up front, been second fiddle, though, most of this season to Dale Earnhardt Jr. But as we've seen over the last several weeks, those Penske cars have brought a lot of speed. He's looking to get a win here to get a head start on setting up for the championship race.
Oh, nice, the wall.
Oh, problem.
Did Harvick get into him?
Harvick got
But
into
he's
him.
going to look low here.
Matt Kennedy now back second. I'm going to talk about Kevin Harvick here. Once again, as Paul mentioned, the closer. He's been a championship contender every single season in this series, but he's never been able to do it. But it says this is the fourth season in this series, and the fourth try for him. Can he finally do it? Now, Death Pipe, you can talk about Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon so far looking for his 100th win. He's come close a couple times this season, but right now he's looking pretty good here in the top 5. You'll get a good amount of points, especially with the rest of the grid behind him. He's currently 4th of the chase drivers, I believe.
You want to
Take a look at Junior here. He's coming off the heels of a Talladega win. I know I've mentioned that before, but you don't understand what that does for a person's momentum to have 2 fast cars in a row. Junior could easily still win this race. A lot of track left to cover, but he's running out of time here, unfortunately, as he's going to look to the outside here of Danica, try and get around her. Junior needs a good run here, needs to put together a few strings of these finishes to continue on to the championship round, possibly wishing that he would have done something different today in order to keep that lead a little bit longer.
Right.
Martin Truex Jr. has just managed to sneak his way into the top 10 after an abysmal run today. But that's what this 78 team has done this entire chase. He's not been all that fast throughout most of the seasons of this series. He's really struggled, but this time around they've really put it together, and we have a caution on the racetrack.
Must have been...
I think it was problems with our other championship contender. I think one of our championship contenders, Kurt Busch, I think he got into something there because he was at the very back of that line, and he wasn't at the beginning of that restart.
Something happened. Let's look and see.
We'll take a replay. Whoa! Joey Logano.
What is Logano doing?
Wait, what's Logano doing?
Logano might have just ran in the back of the 13, I think.
Did he? I think
no,
he was running across 1 and 2 at fast
Logano's
speed.
pitting.
Oh, he's going to pit. Joey Logano to pit road.
Harvick.
Most of the field, everybody's following. Gordon's staying out.
Wow.
You knew
Less
later.
than 25 laps to go with a big race on the hands. A ticket to the front.
Truex stayed out. Junior stayed out.
Casey
This could be it. This could be the difference between making the finale and not. Some of these drivers need this performance at a track like this. That's a championship contender.
You can see that was a frustrating. He must have just been getting impatient, needed to get around some of those lap cars. Really hit that 6 of Trevor Bayne. It's unfortunate, but with how hard the lap traffic's been to pass all night, you can see why this kind of incident would happen.
Yep. All right, caution here. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr. front 2. We'll be right back.
Back here at Martinsville, Hendrick teammates will lead the field to green. You see Casey Kane even up there in 3rd place. You have Truex, Kyle Busch in the top 10, and then a bunch of chasers outside the top 10 trying to make up positions here. Going to restart with 19 laps to go from Martinsville. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Gordon have been 2 of the fastest. We'll see what they're able to do here.
Here we go.
On this restart, how fast can Junior get clear of traffic? Green flag is out here in Martinsville.
That's not a good restart for Gordon. Yeah, Pat's going to send it to the inside. Casey nearly got taken 3 wide by Truex Jr. Gordon's still there. Still green here in Martinsville.
Oh, getting dicey in the back, but that's as bad as good of a restart as you could ask for from Dale Earnhardt Jr., hoping that Jeff Gordon is unable to get clear of the lap traffic and drive away from him, but he's going to need to get ahead of this 26 car if he has any chance at passing that 24.
Caution!
A better question to ask is who is fastest? Never mind.
41. Do we have tempers playing again?
Big damage.
Oh my God.
They're stacking up.
Okay. Was it? Wait.
Oh golly, that's a teammate.
Wait.
His teammate got into him there.
Did Dylan?
Yep. No way. He did.
Turned him around.
And he took himself out.
He got the 33 involved.
What is he doing?
What? Let's look and see this again. So he pokes at 3, tries turning Newman. What a save. He didn't like the fact that Newman saved it, so he just pounded into him, and that was it. Oh my God.
The only thing I can think of is that there was more than we got to see there. Maybe there was a couple of laps before that where they were going back and forth, because otherwise that seems
retarded.
That one seems pretty blatant compared to the other ones we've seen.
We're probably going to have to figure that figure that one out later on in the week when Radioactive comes out, because that was pretty rough there. From if I'm watching the 3 car, that NASCAR is probably going to take a look at that and not like what they see if the if the cards are in the section where they might be. As Danica gets the free pass here.
Now, she was already ahead of Gordon, so I think the free pass will be J.J. Yaley. I think he's trying to get it.
Maybe so.
Wait, never mind. Okay, something's going on.
Here's the thing. What I'd like to mention, that last restart, Danica was faster than the 26.
And the 88 and the 24.
And the 24.
If Gordon could get around that 26, it could spell big trouble for Junior.
This has been one that has had decent restarts in the past, but remember he was involved in the wreck earlier. Could he be a little slower?
Something to think about is if we get another yellow and we restart inside 10 laps to go, there will not be this second lane here. So if you're Dale Earnhardt Jr., you're probably hoping that you get a very quick caution.
Or at least a caution when he gets around them.
Yep.
Which I wouldn't doubt in the slightest. I mean, looking at these guys tonight, a lot of tempers flaring. I mean, 2 teammates wrecked each other last restart, so we'll see what happens this time.
What can Gordon do here? Green flag. He's going to get him.
Look, Junior's almost going to clear the 7 as well.
He's going to get him in 1 and 2.
Yeah, Junior can power around the outside, then this would be huge for the 88.
He did it!
There he goes! He's clear!
Clear, wow!
Caution!
Oh, caution!
Who's out?
Newman again!
Single file restart, the 88 got around them! He's going to be right behind the 24.
And it's funny, Junior did all that work to get clear of the 7, and now he's just going to be right on the back bumper of Jeff Gordon. If you're Dale Jr., you might not have wanted that caution.
Well, you got to think about this, though. If he can keep pace with the 24 on this next restart, like he did on this one, this could be something big for Junior, because Junior could stay with him and run away with him and perhaps even win this thing for himself, as we got massive checkup here, of course, with these cars trying to sort themselves out.
Let's look and see what happened to Newman here. Edwards checks up. Newman just... Oh, Boyer!
Oh, Clint Boyer! Jeez!
It was blatant.
Yeah.
Very aggressive corner entry. I guess he just missed the braking zone.
I'm wondering if maybe the left front didn't lock up there or something. I don't know. That was weird.
Look how far back he was. Look at this. They take the green.
Had to have been some kind of wheel hop there, because that was just absurd. I mean, look at that. That's almost a fourth of a straightaway ahead of him, and he just flipped over.
Something had to have happened there, because that's pretty egregious. Otherwise,
man,
I would assume that there was some brake lockup or wheel hop or something there. Maybe Clint just wasn't expecting quite that level of checkup.
We'll be right back here in Martinsville. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 1-2. One I'd like to mention, Brad Keselowski. Wait, Keselowski's lapped out.
So it's. Oh, that's got to suck for Brad. He's stuck back there. Yeah, though for him, he's got a couple of positions. If you're Martin Truex and Kyle Busch, you're probably not too happy. Brad Keselowski's got a couple of spots he can make up by getting around a few of these lap cars in front of him.
There's only 2.
So it's not just going to be free sailing for the 78 and the 18. But take a look at this. These 4 in the top 10, the only 4 chase drivers in the top 10 are going to get a lot of points on their opponents. But here we go. Gonna restart inside 10 laps to go. Jeff Gordon just a few laps away from yet another grandfather clock.
He got the jump.
His 100th career win and a spot in the championship for a huge jump on that restart. Jeff Gordon got away. You know, Gordon said he's not particularly good at restarts, but that was just about the best one we've seen from him.
So he had a rack again.
You can see the 88 already starting to narrow that gap between him and the 24. Junior, we know, has had the faster car all race, at least to start the run. Have they done anything to that 24 to make it better?
6 to go
He's
this time.
He's able to get the run off of turn 2. He's gapping him just a little bit. Rick Hendrick has to be the happiest man or the most worried man in the world right now.
That's
3 of
what
his
I was
cars
about to say.
in the top 3.
That's got to be nerve-wracking with what is Junior going to do for a championship spot.
Busch on pit road, a bad day gone worse for him. But look at that gap, just under half a second between Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon. If Junior has anything in the tank here with about 5 laps to go, he's going to have to use it now.
Gordon gets a massive run off that corner. He pulls away a little further.
Junior's
diving it in. Here he's trying to go for it, man. That's going to be hard on them tires, but he's got to do something.
Lap traffic in front of him.
Kenseth, this might hurt. This might hurt Gordon as Kenseth looks way off the pace here. Maybe
he has a ton of damage too. Wait, where did he get the damage from? I actually have not realized that.
I don't want to say this, but this looks oddly familiar to something that might have happened this year with Matt Kenseth pulling back from the racetrack. Anyways,
laps to go.
It's only 3 laps to go. I don't think Junior's going to get time unless something really happens in that 24.
Yeah, Kenseth's actually pulling away. I guess those freshies are helping. You see that gap? It's come down ever so slightly from just, it keeps ping-ponging between 0.4 and 0.5 tenths. It's Casey Kane's actually pulling up on the back of Dale Jr. for second.
I know that may be interfering with the battle for the lead. Gordon, I think, may be able to pull away just at the end of this corner. Can he? Looks like he will.
The gap narrowed that time by. You can see down from 0.58. Let's see where it narrowed. 0.42. He is closing in with 2 to go.
Junior,
but I don't know if he'll have enough time.
He got him taken away for the last lap. This is getting intense.
There. Gordon really pushed it off a turn 2. 3 and 4. He'll see the white flag. No more cautions.
Come on.
Jeff Gordon has been looking for win number 100 since his historic win in Indianapolis. And where better at perhaps his second best track, the paperclip at Martinsville, and it couldn't come at a better time. As he rounds turn 3 and 4, Jeff Gordon will be in the championship 4, and he'll pick up win number 100 tonight at Martinsville.
Wow. That's how you fight. Score a Homestead, boys. That's how you do it. That was huge. Great job.
He did not have the fastest car at the start of this thing. There was cars faster than him. Gotta mention Denny Hamlin. He was a fast car. Where did he finish? In 8th. Junior, he had a fast car after Hamlin fell back. He finished 2nd. Johnson, all these cars that were faster. Harvick.
I'd like to make a point right here. I mentioned before the restart, when we went green, there were only 4 chase drivers in the top 10. Look what happened in those last several laps. Joey Logano got all the way up to a top 5 finish. Kyle Busch fell back to 6th. Denny Hamlin snuck in there.
Kevin Harvick.
The 4 of Kevin Harvick snuck in there. Yep. I believe that 7 of our 8 chase contenders finished in the top 9. Kurt Busch probably going to have to win.
Kurt Busch,
Keselowski. Oh, yeah, Keselowski. Keselowski 17th could have been worse, but Kurt Busch.
30.
Oh, my.
That's going to be a must-win for him heading into Texas. It's going to be
won there before. He won there in season 2.
He has to win at this point.
Very sad day for Kurt Busch, but have to think these guys that came in here, and especially Jeff Gordon, but I'm more focused on the guys who didn't lock themselves in with the win. These guys have gained their points. They're off to Texas, off to the Lone Star State, trying to see what they can do there. Maybe continue the drive forward to a championship, or maybe even win. Got to be something else to see when we get to Texas.
All right. Jeff Gordon, career win number 100, joins David Pearson and Richard Petty with triple-digit wins. What a drive by the 24.
Jeff Gordon, a masterclass there towards the end after a good set of strategy on pit road, a good drive from him to stay away from his teammate there at the end of that thing. I thought Junior might have had a chance, but he never really got that close enough to him to make even such as the dive bomb to try and win that race. It was just, ever since the last caution, it was lights out for Jeff Gordon. He just kind of held a lead that was manageable enough that he knew he could win the race. So hats off to him. I mean, he raced the race. He did. Again, I hate to sound like Jeff Burton. He did what he had to do, and he's going to go on to the championship for this. That's going to be a beautiful thing for him. He's got to be really happy with that.
Absolutely. I think that strategy might have been the Muhammad Ali strategy. Just hold back, put on defense, and then go all out late in the later rounds. Absolutely amazing drive from Jeff Gordon, putting that experience first with the strategy.
Having a stroke or something when you said Muhammad Ali strategy, but yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Kurt Busch has won here before in Season 2, and technically Season 1, although most of us really know it should have went to Jimmie Johnson. Jimmie Johnson won the second race here in Season 3 and won the first race here, so could he go 3 in a row like Dale Jr., but I highly doubt it. But anyways, Jeff Gordon now going to be looking for his 6th NASCAR Sprint Cup Series championship. He won last season's. Can he go 2 in a row here in his final season ever in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series? I want to thank Powell, Death Bomb, and Pam for being in the booth. That was awesome. Texas is next week. What do you think is going to happen there?
Honestly, or Powell, you go first.
Oh,
okay.
I insist.
Well, I think Texas, it's a very, very wide racetrack, and I feel like these drivers are going to use every single bit of it. Lots of high-speed action, probably the fastest mile and a half we got, and expect a lot of 3, maybe 4 wide racing all across.
Definitely going to be some chaotic restarts there at Texas. Got to think that there's drivers on the outside looking in here like Kurt Busch, drivers like that finish towards the back. Brad Keselowski, these drivers are going to be looking for a win here. They're pretty good at this track, so we got to keep an eye out for them, but got to also keep an eye out for these outliers, for these guys who are trying to be spoilers. Jimmie Johnson, he's notorious for being good at Texas, and he has won lots of times there.
Pam, how about you? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I thought for sure we'd end up with quite a large points gap for numerous guys to make up, but with those late charges by Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick, we're going to see probably 5 drivers vying for 3 spots, and then Keselowski most likely a must-win. Kurt Busch definitely a must-win. So I'm going to have to look out for those 2 drivers at Texas and Phoenix.
Truex Jr. currently tied with Logano for the final spot, only 10 points above Kyle Busch. Kevin Harvick is 22 back. Keep in mind, this is the Ladford system. That's 2 spots, maybe even more. Dude, Kurt Busch, funny enough, actually is 99 back. Technically
that's doable, but he's going to have to have a really... He's going to have probably 2 top 3 finishes.
He's going to need at least top 3 finishes, if not better, and hope that no more chase drivers win.
Yeah, and he's going to have to lead a lot of laps if he wants to get this.
Well, I want to thank all of you for watching, and I want to thank you 3 for being in the booth once again. We'll see you folks next week at Texas for the second race of the Eliminator Round.